Andrew, tell us, taking you way back to the beginning of your life, where did life start out for you?
Well, I was born in Bordertown, same birthplace as Bob Hawke, I tell everyone.
Oh,
Right.
And I lived the first 5 years of my life on a cattle and sheep station, which was about oh, 20 mile out from Bordertown. And that was how I started my life.
okay. So was farming in your blood from the beginning?
My dad was a farmer, and he uh, up to that time had been working for a large pastoral company called the Scottish Australian Pastoral Company, and then he moved into the agricultural department as an advisor, and they were keen to get some ex-farmers so that farmers didn't feel like it was just some government bloke telling them what to do, but Dad was a farmer, he knew how they thought. So yes, so we the first 5 years of my life were in Bordertown, and then we moved to Narrabri, which is all in the southeast of South Australia, which is a pretty beautiful part of the world. So I was pretty fortunate.
What did you like most about living in that area of the country?
It's funny, as I get older, I realise how much I just love the open spaces, and the community was great. We had a pretty happy family life, but also had some wonderful friends and family, and just the general community. It was it's for those who've grown up in the country, for the most part, it's there's some really positive aspects to it.
And in Narracourt, when you moved there, were you again on a rural property on a farm, or did things
We
change?
moved into the town, so that was a bit of a change for us.
Mm.
But I was pretty young, so I think we just adapted. But yes, we moved into the town. But a lot of my friends were on properties, so I still most of my childhood I remember holidays and weekends. We'd be out doing whatever on the farm, and sometimes telling our mothers what we were doing, and sometimes not.
Okay, I want to know more about the times when you didn't tell your mothers what you were doing.
Yeah, here's confession time.
Yep, here it is.
We were riding motorbikes and driving vehicles and shooting guns, probably a little sooner than we should have been, but that's what we did. Yeah,
Great.
yeah, fun.
And did you grow up with some siblings around you at the time?
Yes,
Yep.
I've got two older sisters, and who are 3 and 4 years older. So my mother said that I didn't speak very much for the first couple of years of my life because my older sisters would do the interpreting for me, as older sisters do. So uh, I thought, oh well, I don't have. I obviously thought I didn't have to work any harder than I had to. So but, we're all very close, and all got our families. We all live in Adelaide, which has been nice. And yeah, shout out to my dear sisters.
Nice.
Okay, did they also shoot guns and drive motorbikes and cars when you were way too young?
Well, I don't know how much they shot guns, but they rode horses and drove vehicles, and they had fun. They enjoyed themselves. Yes, it was
Yeah.
all good.
And how was schooling for you over there? Was school something that you loved and gravitated towards, or was it difficult years?
Look, I had a similar report card for most of my scholarly, what do you call it, career.
Mhm.
It was Andrew enjoys the topics, but tends to be distracted or distracts others with his talking.
Yeah.
We had a pretty good time. I think it's like you talk to kids now. You say, "What do you like about school?" They go, "My friends." It
Yeah.
was about your friends and all that sort of thing. And so I had some very patient teachers who helped me along. So that was good. Yeah.
Did you have any idea what you wanted to be when you grew up when you were a kid?
Yeah, it's funny. I think as the son of a farmer, I love the land. I always thought, oh, I'll be a farmer up to the age of 14 or 15. And then I got him, it became apparent I had a bit of a taste for music, and liked, strangely enough, although I bounced around at school, but I like people, and I like seeing people learn and that sort of thing. So I ended up becoming a teacher for a few years at least. And I come from a long line of teachers. My mother's a teacher. Her siblings are all teachers. My sister was a teacher. So there were a lot of teachers and educators, and so that's where I ended up. But yeah, I didn't really have that many plans, but I remember at about the age of 15, I was part of the church and that sort of thing. We had a visiting youth speaker. He was a really well-known guy, and I just remember him asking me, he said, "Oh, well, what do you like? What do you like doing?" I said, "Oh, music, friends." He said, "Well, follow your passion." And he just said it as an offhand remark, but he showed a genuine interest in me, and I think that's something I've passed on to a lot of other people. What are you good at? What do you enjoy? What are you passionate about? Well, do that, and sometimes people will pay you for it. So there we go. Yeah.
So did music and teaching, were they intertwined in those early years, or you took the teaching as a job and tried to find an outlet for music beyond that?
Yeah, well, I was always involved with music and drama and all that sort of thing. And we had in this country high school in Narracourt, we had a wonderful, amazing music teachers and drama teachers, and we toured our shows to the city for the Fringe Festival and all this sort of thing. It was just amazing and such a great opportunity. And so, you could see what could happen there. And then Year 12 finished, and I wasn't quite sure, but I was advised that look, education's a good background, whatever you end up doing. And so I did music education. I went to the conservatorium and studied piano and jazz voice and all that sort of stuff, as well as doing some education topics. So, yeah, it was great. Yeah.
It's pretty serious. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would not be the first to say I wasn't taught in my class, but boy, I had some great experiences with some amazing musicians. And we were part of a jazz local ensemble. We performed with for people who know jazz, Don Burrows, James Morrison. All these people, and so it was a great experience. Yeah, you certainly learned very quickly what you didn't know. Yeah.
And what was that like, being up there on stage when you were in your teenage years, and being up on stage and also being in the city? That's big. What was that like?
Yeah. Well, we toured around and that sort of thing, and it was a great opportunity because you do say a large sort of project like that, musical and music. So there's a lot of rehearsals, but you're working. You learn a lot of social skills. You learn how to work with a diversity of people, and then to be on stage, you have to learn how to be confident, even when you don't feel confident, and skills. And we were taught a lot of that, and how to bounce back, how to not be worried about a bad review. You just move on, do your best. So when I look back, I think it was incredibly good. For me.
So explain to us, how do you look confident even if you don't feel confident?
Ooh.
Well, I always say it's amazing what you can get away with a smile on your face, and I think that's it. But confidence does come from within, but sometimes too there's some skills I think we can learn, as people, just to put a best foot forward. And sometimes it's just about counting to 10, taking a deep breath, going, okay, I've got this. Yes, I can do it. I'm enough, and those sort of things. But the other thing is, I think, with confidence that I found is preparedness. To be prepared, to spend those out there, shortcuts for preparation. You can't just wing it, no matter how gifted or talented someone might be. You've got to. You owe it to others that you're working with, or who are paying to see you, or who put in a lot of hours to practice or whatever with you. You owe it to them to put in the hours. And I had to learn that. I could wing it. I was pretty quick on my feet, but I had to learn that, no, preparation is really important.
Thank you for watching this short clip of Life Bursts. You can like, subscribe or follow for more, or head to rawcut.com.au.